The Bloody Mary rituals. It was a dare. No one expected it to go beyond a joke. It was supposed to be one of those silly things you do as a kid to prove you're brave, or at least to show you're not scared of a stupid legend. But as the clock struck midnight and the lights flickered out in the old, dimly lit bathroom, everything changed. Samantha stood before the mirror, staring at her own reflection. The others, Tina, Rachel and Jake, waited anxiously, half laughing, half scared, their faces bathed in the eerie glow of their phones, capturing everything for posterity. "Come on, Sam, just say it," Rachel urged, her voice shaking just a little. "It's just a stupid myth." Samantha rolled her eyes. "Fine, but you all better not back out now." She took a deep breath, feeling her heart beat faster than it should. The bathroom, with its cracked tiles and the flickering light overhead, suddenly felt a lot smaller. The mirror seemed to stretch unnaturally in the darkness, like it was waiting for something. Or someone. She spoke the words slowly, carefully, unsure if she even believed them. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Nothing happened at first. The others laughed nervously, the sound echoing in the bathroom. "I told you nothing," Jake started, but his words were cut off. Samantha's reflection didn't move. The real Samantha blinked, feeling a cold rush of air across her face. She glanced over her shoulder. The others were still standing by the doorway, laughing in that uneasy way teenagers laugh when they don't know what's about to happen. The room felt colder now. She turned back to the mirror, her pulse quickening. "Bloody Mary," she whispered again, louder this time. And then it happened. The lights flickered once, then went out completely. In the pitch darkness, Samantha's breath hitched. She could hear the others' voices, but they seemed distant now, muffled, as if they were trapped on the other side of a wall. Her own reflection was still, but there was something off about it. It was like it wasn't hers. The eyes seemed darker, almost hollow, and the skin looked too pale, too wrong. Then, a sound. A low, guttural whisper. "Help me!" Samantha froze. It wasn't coming from the others. The voice, it was coming from inside the mirror. Her heart raced as her breath caught in her throat. The mirror before her started to fog up, forming condensation on the glass. At first, it seemed like the usual bathroom mist. But then the fog began to move, like fingers tracing out letters, like someone or something was trying to write on the mirror with a cold hand. Samantha's breath hitched. The letters that appeared on the glass spelled one word: leave. Suddenly, a chilling laugh echoed through the bathroom, deep and harsh, as if it came from nowhere and everywhere all at once. It was the voice of someone who had been waiting for years, decades, maybe longer. Then, her reflection moved. It wasn't her. The face in the mirror grinned at her, its mouth stretching unnaturally wide, its eyes dark and empty. "You called me. Now you're mine." The reflection's voice wasn't just an echo. It was real, unmistakably real, and it sent a spike of terror straight into Samantha's spine. Samantha screamed and turned to run, but her legs wouldn't move. It felt like something invisible was holding her in place, pressing against her chest, suffocating her. The others were no longer laughing. Their voices were panicked now, distant, as if they couldn't reach her. "Samantha, no!" Jake shouted, but his voice was drowned out by something worse, by a voice that wasn't even human. The reflection in the mirror tilted its head, its grin widening further, eyes glowing with an unnatural intensity. And then, through the fogged-up glass, it reached out. A hand, pale and cold, with long, gnarled fingers that seemed to stretch through the mirror toward her. The others finally forced the bathroom door open, but by the time they reached Samantha, she wasn't standing in front of the mirror anymore. The room was empty. The lights flickered back on, revealing only the reflection of the bathroom, no sign of Samantha. But the mirror was different. The condensation had vanished, leaving behind the cold glass. And there, Written in the fogged-up glass were 2 words: "She's here." The next morning, the group searched for Samantha. They went to her house, checked every corner of the neighborhood, but there was no sign of her. Her phone, though still buzzing with missed calls, was found on the bathroom floor. It wasn't until later that day, when Tina went back to the house, that she saw it. A message on her own mirror, fogged up by the same condensation. "She's with me now." And that's when Tina realized. The Bloody Mary ritual wasn't a game. It was a curse. And once you called her, she came for you, no matter how long it took.